Welcome to day 3 of the Big O 2017. You are tuned in on track 3. I am Julia Sleazer, joined by Tara Arma.
Hello.
So we are going to be looking at arch rival roller derbies St. Lunachix, the B team, facing off against Victorian Roller Derby League's Queen Bees, also the B team.
Yes, very exciting. So Victoria, of course, bringing all of the derby with them. They brought their A
it all.
team, their B team, their new men's team.
Yes.
And the A and B teams, they have won every game they played this weekend, right? I think that's how it's going so far.
I've been on calls during all of them. I'm pretty sure you're right.
Yes.
The men's team did lose to Puget Sound. I am aware of that.
And Vancouver Murder.
And Vancouver, okay.
And they beat Chinook, if I remember correctly. So yes, that's what Victoria has been doing. And arch rival has been playing all the games as well.
It's true. So I think we've got just a few seconds. We can run through the rosters if you like.
Go ahead and do arch rival.
Okay, I'm like, are they sorted correctly? For arch rival today, we've got 0 Knox, 007 Trigger Happy Jackie, 1040 Aggie Wartooth, 13 Bloody Gaga, 14 Psycho Kidded Freak Out, 26 Fletcher, 27 Hakuna Matata, 32 Shaquille O'Neal, 52 Rock Slobster, 5309 Jinforcer, 618 Corella Belleville, okay.
Sorry, my handwriting's atrocious.
It's all good. 7 Ultraviolet and 87 Subob Fight, and we are underway, so we'll get to the Victorian roster here in a little bit. First out, we've got Anna Paviova from the Queen Bees facing, she's got lead jammer status.
And in case you can't figure out, Victoria in the blue and white, arch rival in the white with pink accents. Anna Paviova on a scoring pass for Victoria. She takes that inside line, gets in and out, picking up 5 points.
Psycho Kidded Freakout still trying to get out of the pack. She's getting knocked out to the outside and recycled back behind Honey Kalida, who is the captain for the Queen Bees. Looks like there's a
star stash going on.
I wasn't sure if it made it into a pass. She's a little bit away from her pivot. Getting knocked into the inside by Blondage, who is going to take a seat in the box.
Anna Paviova through for another scoring pass for the Queen Bees. She comes up on a tripod near the pivot line on her scoring pass and is trying to find a way out.
So right now, Victoria is on at least a 10-point. It's going to be a 14-point pass right now. Psycho is now out of the pack, having completed her initials. She gives a little tag to Victoria's jammer as she goes by.
I want to run through the Queen Bee roster very quickly. 007 Honey Collider, the team captain. 115 Abby. 117 Chop Chop. 128 Blondage. 130 Dire Skates. 1618 Victoria Beat Her. 192 Foxy LaRue. 314 Pie Curious. 35 Anaconda. 4000 Anna Paviova. 666 Minnie. 75 Dynamite. And 84 Beth Adler. Number 35, Anaconda, is jamming for the Queen Bees, and she's out in lead.
Aggie Wartooth trying to make her way through the pack for St. Lunachix.
Lunachix trying to set up a tripod in the back as Anaconda comes in for a scoring pass. Unable to stop her, she comes through, picks up her 4 points, calls it off.
Aggie had made it out on her initial, but was nowhere near the back of the pack, so our rival is still going to sit at 0, Queen Bees at 18.
Bloody Gaga standing on the jammer line for the Lunachix, and back on the jammer line, Anna Paviova. 18-0 is the score in favor of the Victoria Queen Bees. We have 27 minutes, 12 seconds in the first half of the game. Bloody Gaga getting bumped to the infield by a Queen Bee tripod of death in the back. Anna Paviova already out on her initial pass. Lunachix setting up a tripod in the back. Paviova able to bully her way through. Comes through on the inside line for a scoring pass for the Queen Bees.
And Queen Bees have been really successful with using the 3-person walls up front in various orders. Now Arch Rivals B Pivot is trying to break up those walls to get her jammer through, but it's going to, I think, oop, nope. So someone else landed the forearm that I thought was coming.
And that is a star pass that we have going on the St. Louis side right now.
Mm-hmm. That is pass to Hakuna Renata. Clever names hurt me in the morning.
I can't handle this much cleverness so early on a Sunday morning.
So putting that star on, Hakuna's got it. Making a big show of when am I going to call it off. Oh, maybe she's not going to. Maybe she was just stretching her hands. All right. Hakuna slides through the outside, picks up 4 points. Anna is coming in, signaling to her team what she would like. She comes through and picks up for herself. Hakuna coming through for her second scoring pass.
Nice hop to the inside
nice.
that Hakuna makes, gets through for 4 points for the Lunachix. Anna Pavio finally getting the signal to call it off from the bench after scoring 26 points for the Victorian Queen Bees. 8 points picked up for the Lunachix. So that's 44 points total for Victoria, 8 points for St. Louis. 25 minutes, 2 seconds on the first period clock.
Indeed. If you'd like to engage with us on the Twitters, you can check us out at ECRG and at ECRG_the Big O and hashtag Big O 2017. In the meantime, out on the track, 2 mystery jammers, for they have not filed who it is on the scoreboard, so I cannot say. It's number 35 from Victoria, Anna Conder.
I guess Victoria's just going to run 2 jammers all morning.
That's fine. I think that you do what you need to do. And it's Ultraviolet who has now taken the star off for St. Lunachix.
Nice push by Jen Forcer, forcing the Queen Bees into the infield to try to get her jammer out. All of the falling going on in turn 4. Anna Conder juking to the outside, getting through for another scoring pass, waiting for that call-off signal. Wait for it. Wait for it.
There it is. Well, last time I thought they were waiting for it. It just never came. And I was fine with that.
Well, you can see the Queen Bee coach giving his hand signals like semaphore on the sidelines. And just trying to run that clock as much as possible because Victoria's in the lead. So what the heck?
Team timeout is being called by arch rivals St. Lunachix.
And that is a smart move because that was a 14-point run just now by Victoria. So things are escalating quickly because it's 59 points total for the Queen Bees, 8 points for the Lunachix. 23 minutes, 33 seconds stopped on the first period clock.
Moda skates for skaters by skaters. The most dependable plates on the market include the Boss plates, brought to you by Moda. Available in 20 custom colors. Stop by their website to check out these awesome plates.
So there. Team timeout is ending after their little minute break. On the jammer line, Psycho Kid Freak Out back on the jammer line for the Lunachix in white, going up against Abby for the Queen Bees in blue. We have what appears to be a pivot start, first one in the game. Abby just bursts through on the inside, gets out and gets lead for the Queen Bees, but right behind her is Psycho Kid. Oh, Psycho Kid catches up, cuts through on the inside, unable to score any points, however.
That was 0-0 on both.
No points for anybody. None for you.
Oh. I don't deserve any anyway, so it's fine. I thought for sure somebody would have gotten one on that one, though, so that was
It
good
was
moves
close
on both sides. Yeah.
Number 1040, Aggie Wartooth, jamming for the Lunachix. Up against 117, Chop Chop for the Queen Bees. Chop Chop chopping through the defense there on the inside, jukes to the outside, gets lead jammer coming out of turn 1.
St. Lunachix knocks Sint off to the box for a forearms call. He's going to take Arch down one blocker.
Wartooth out in front. Has one to beat, trying to get around Pie. Curious in the front.
She's going to come through on her first scoring pass, call it off with 5 more points, bringing Victorian Queen Bees up to 64. Arch rivals St. Lunachix still sitting at 8.
Lunachix deciding to put out Hakuna Renata. I'll figure it out. I swear I'll figure it out. Since she is the only one that has put points on the board so far for the Lunachix, makes sense to put her out there as a jammer.
Sure. Having accepted the star pass earlier is how those points were awarded. Queen Bees have lead once again. Anna Paviova. Renata is coming up on the pack. She's not going to quite make it in time. It looks like Queen Bees might start using a one-pass strategy in these jams.
But Hakuna Renata, she did break out of the pack fairly quickly, and so that does limit the Victorian scoring.
True that.
And I imagine we'll see her back on the jammer line very soon. Anaconda back on the jammer line for the Queen Bees.
Psycho Kidded freak out for St. Lunachix.
Lunachix building that back wall right on the jammer line, but they break apart just enough to get Anaconda out and lead for the Victorian Queen Bees.
Sago is out on her initial and approaching the back of the pack. Queen Bees have not called it off yet, but there we go. Got the big arms up in the air. Am I doing this? Because I got 4 points, but St. Lunachix picked up 3.
Oh, we got a ref takeout by the team benches.
Oops.
Sorry. But the ref is up. He's on his feet, and everything seems to be fine. Ultraviolet on the jammer line for the Lunachix up against Abby for the Queen Bees. Abby deciding to start 10 feet back from the jammer line, and now whistles are being blown.
And that is an official timeout.
Oh, we have an official timeout going on.
Very good.
What happened in that last jam?
11 points for the Lunachix, 70 points for the Victorian Queen Bees. Clock stopped at just under 20 minutes in the first period.
Bruised Skate News, the original over-the-shoulder roller skate holder, 100% skater owned and operated. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, or at bruisedsn.com. So the official timeout is coming to a close.
Now that ref that had fallen, he is now over and talking to the medics. Interesting.
Hope everything is cool.
Abby getting knocked to the outside for the Queen Bees. Oh, now Lunachix have turned up the defense to 11. Ultraviolet trying to find her footing, catching up to Abby. Abby is out in lead.
Fox LaRue returning to the track behind her and Jammer. And just as the Lunachix get to the pack, Ultraviolet does not have time to make anyone into points. So 0 on Lunachix, 3 more points for the Queen Bees, 73-11 with under 20 minutes left in this half.
Bloody Gaga, number 13 for the Lunachix, standing on the jammer line. And oh, look who's back, Anna Paviova. Apparently this is her morning exercise or something, I don't know. Bloody Gaga going on the inside, moving to the out with the wall. But again, it is Anna Pavuova who gets out and gets lead for the Queen Bees.
There are currently 2 arch rival blockers in the box, 1 standing, 1 sitting, and 1 Queen Bee. So defenses are a bit down for St. Louis. An apex jump. Looks like 4 points picked up on that one. Also, high fives from everyone for that amazing jump.
It looked like the Lunachix were trying to break up that tripod that the Queen Bees were setting up and got distracted in the process. Right. And that's how that apex jump and those points were scored. 4 points scored in that jam, 77-11 in favor of the Victorian Queen Bees, just over 18 minutes in the first period. Aggie Wartooth jamming for the Lunachix.
Chop chop out there for the Queen Bees.
Wartooth getting recycled back to the jammer line. Queen Bees setting up a tripod of death in the back.
Oh, it's going to turn into a power jam for arch rival. So lead is still open, and Aggie could be capable of taking it if she gets through this thick pack.
First power jam in this game. Wartooth trying to find that outside line, meets another tripod in the front of the pack.
She does have lead. I think some out-of-play warnings and out-of-play actual penalties have been called now. She is through. Standing in the box is Chop Chop, though, so she better make
chop
good
chop.
time.
Chop Chop, because Chop Chop's coming.
Speaking of Chop Chop, the Victorian Queen Bees flying away, trying to avoid becoming points. Aggie gets knocked out to the outside, comes back in. There's going to be some repositioning of the pack here as they set up to decide their strategy. That Triforce in the back. Surprisingly, Chop Chop still has not made it through. She has re-entered play.
Lunachix have managed to put together their defense and are covering every single inch of the track. Chop Chop thought she saw daylight on that outside line a couple of times, and they said, "No, it's dark. You get nothing."
So that's a 5-point jam for St. Lunachix, bringing them up to 16. Victorian Queen Bees still sitting at 77.
16 minutes, 19 seconds on the first period clock. And I see the Queen Bees pivot sitting in the penalty box, and at first I thought, is that the jammer? Did we miss something with Chop Chop? No, but we have a team timeout. This team timeout being called by the Victorian Queen Bees.
Girls on Track wants to keep girls in the game by supporting junior roller derby programs. Visit their website online at girlsontrackfoundation.org.
It's so fun to sit here. We're right next to the stats table, and so I get to listen in on the various talking that all the officials are having over here.
What do you got? Do you got any secret information?
Nothing secret yet.
Oh, I'll wait, because now I feel like
it's just fun to listen in. That's all. Get to know that world. Psycho Kid freak out back on the jammer line for the Lunachix. She is up against number 35, Anna Condor, and it appears that we may start on the pivot for the pack.
Psycho mashing and disappearing into that pack, but it's going to be an open inside lane that allows Anna Condor to get through lead jammer status yet again to Queen Bees.
Oh, that last minute butt bump sending Psycho Kid down, but she is back up and skating on her initial pass. Anna Condor waiting for the call from the bench. I like how Victoria is basically forcing the Lunachix to exert every ounce of effort in every jam because they're just trying to run these jams as long as possible,
right?
As long as it's in their benefit. And so far, it's really been in their benefit because they just scored another 4 points. They're now up to 81 to the Lunachix's 16 with 15 minutes gone in the first period.
Out on the line, Abby for Queen Bees. Bloody Gaga. Jinx. Now you can't talk until somebody says your name. Okay, Tara. Tara. Bloody Gaga really facing a swarm of a pack and not quite capable of making her way through. She is about half through, but in the meantime, about half through on her scoring pass, and now fully through on her first scoring pass is Abby from Queen Bees, picking up 5 points. Bloody is now through, having completed her initial. Now I'm totally watching the Queen Bees bench coach because his hand movements.
It's entertaining, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like he's not asking for a call off. There seems to be kind of a signal that's like, you're going to do it in a sec. Okay, now.
Yeah. Yeah, they've worked out their.
Yeah, they've seriously
they got their moves down.
Got some codes going on.
Anna Paviova up against Ultraviolet. I'm liking these pivot line starts.
Yeah, I'm fine with them.
Oh,
hey.
Well, the announcer curse strikes again.
Right? I'm telling you.
Ultraviolet able to hop through on the outside. She gets out and gets lead for the Lunachix.
There we go. There's also... It's a power jam, a misconduct call on Anna Paviova.
This is the second power jam given to the Lunachix in this game. Let's see how much they can capitalize on that. I like how the Lunachix are trying to get a goat in the back, and they're trying to hold. Victoria beat her.
Wow.
And now Victoria beat her going to the penalty box.
And since her blockers stood right as she came in, there's now 3 Victoria skaters in the box, including the jammer, who is soon to be and now released. She has Star in hand, as has been a popular theme this weekend to come out of the box, secret-like.
Anna Paviova through on an initial pass. Called off by Ultraviolet. 10-point jam for the Lunachix. Oh, I'm 14. Sorry. That's a 14-point jam for the Lunachix. They're now up to 30 points. Victorian Queen Bees at 86. Just under 13 minutes in the first period.
So the biggest jam so far for St. Lunachix, that almost makes up half of their score right there.
Well, because Victoria had those pack penalty problems, Lunachix were absolutely able to capitalize on that. And so they just need a few more jams like that.
Aggie Wartooth taking the outside, nearly has lead and has it now. St. Louis moving on up. The Queen Bees. Jammer, Chop is out of the pack, zinging along, coming at the pack. Ooh,
oh my goodness.
Okay. So.
That was quite the 1-2 punch that Wartooth got, but she picked up her 4 points for the Lunachix.
She just wanted some points.
That's all.
Doesn't have to be like that.
Why you gotta be that way?
You know what I was coming in for, guys.
Just wanted some points, that's all.
So she got him. 4 points, bringing him up 34. Queen Bee still sitting at 86. It is going to be, it looks a power start. So Psycho Kidded freak out on her lonesome jammer wire. She's dipping and diving. She is through on an open inside lane and does have lead. So fast, her jammer is having a little trouble keeping up with her. It's just
look how Victoria continues to try to speed up the pack until they find themselves out of play. She is through for a scoring pass for the Lunachix. Chop standing in the penalty box. I didn't see what the penalty that she got called on. Looked like it got called right at the end of that jam. Chop just comes right down the middle of that wall, gets caught behind some friendly fire as she tries to make her way through the pack.
She is through 2 now on her initial, and is going to be coming in for her first scoring pass. St. Lunachix do have control, and so they can keep an eye on and call off when necessary. Ooh, number 192 from Victoria Fox of LaRue, getting some huge hits right at the end of that jam. There's 3 more points on that pass. And it's going to be a 12-point jam for St. Lunachix, bringing him up to 47 against Victorian Queen Bee's 86. Just over 10 minutes left in this half.
St. Louis, the caffeine seems to have kicked in. They seem to be really finding their groove right now, and especially if Victoria continues to have these penalty issues, we may have ourselves a very tight game in a few minutes.
Yeah, which is, of course, what we all hope for. So we have an official review having been called by Victoria. Hopefully we'll find out more information on that soon. Sometimes the refs don't have time for me. That's fine. No, it's...
We shouldn't be so needy, apparently.
I know. Sometimes they come over on... It's track 1 that's hard because you're like up on a dais looking down on everyone, both literally and figuratively. And the refs won't come at you when you're giving them the eye from up above. They also can't just yell stuff at your knees. Well, they can, but they don't.
Yeah, my knees are terrible listeners.
Yeah. Mine are... They used to be better, but not so much. My old age has kicked in. But it looks like we're going to have something contested. Surely. I'm not sure if it's points or penalties. Gal Fox out there representing St. Louis's arch rival, St. Lunachix.
I love being able to speculate on these official reviews when the captains or bench coaches are pantomiming everything. And unfortunately, they're a little mellow this morning, so we can't figure out what the heck is going on.
Hopefully it'll become a little more animated later so I can speculate wildly.
Wildly? Well,
yeah.
Getting wild on the first call of the day. Dang.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, day 3, we got this. We got this. So one of the proud sponsors of Big O is Castle Megastore. We've got no tagline, and I feel like...
They have paper crowns that they've been giving out all weekend.
Something your parents should talk to you about, not me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they've got marital aids and what have you. Also sponsored by Fingers Duke. Awesome original artwork. You can wear it on your body and sometimes your walls depending on what you order. So you can check out Fingers Duke.
Yes, there's a lot of dead air right now because this official review is taking a lot longer than we thought.
I'm trying to bring you some recap scores, but I've absolutely lost the thread.
Yes, it takes a while to find the thread.
I'm like, I know that Justice liked it. Does that help? All right, I guess we're not going to know. I'm going to assume that they took an official review to tell Fox that her hair looks wonderful that color.
See, it's that kind of wild speculating that I just love on a Sunday morning call.
Well, but the problem is they didn't retain it, but I feel like that would have been correct. So maybe he was saying that he didn't like her hair color and they've lost their official review.
Maybe
it doesn't make sense otherwise.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
Anaconda out and lead for the Victorian Queen Bees. She is up against Bloody Gaga. Bloody Gaga coming out on the outside. Bloody Gaga picking up the points.
An extra 4 points from Bloody Gaga.
All right, so the Queen Bees were looking for an out-of-play penalty to be reversed, and no. That was denied.
No.
So they lose their review for the half.
ATG at least comes and talks to us.
Anna Paviova versus Ultraviolet. Ultraviolet finding that inside line, getting out and getting lead for the Lunachix. Anna Paviova getting slammed into the infield, having to reset at the jammer line. Ultraviolet all the way around, meeting the Queen Bee defense in the front. She's able to hop through on that inside line and to get around that as a scoring pass for the Lunachix. Anna Paviova making it out of the pack on her initial pass, but Ultraviolet says, well, guess what? It's my turn to score all the points right now. You get nothing. Good day. 5-point pass for the Lunachix. They're now up to 56. Queen Bees at 90 points, 8 minutes, 39 seconds in the first period. Pivot line psych out as, Abby going up against Aggie Wartooth.
Abby versus Aggie is how I'm going to dub this.
Battle of the Aggies?
Battle of the Aggies. Gotta leave out the middle bits. It's going to be Abby through lead jammer status, this time to Queen Bees. That extraordinarily thick pack now spread out and bridged about a quarter of the way around the track.
Yes, all the bridging going on right now.
All right, it's going to be an easy inside lane for Abby, picking up 5 points for the Queen Bees. Ooh, Aggie Wartooth.
Just big hit coming from Minnie, number 666 from the Queen Bees, just laying her out, but she is back up. She does a star pass to Hakuna Renata.
Nailed it. Renata's about to don the star. Let's see if she's got time enough to get into the pack. Yeah, it looks like the bench coach isn't signaling anything. So Abby
calling
did
it off.
Call it in time, yeah.
I thought the timing would be off, but no, she
Right.
was able to prevent Hakuna Renata from scoring on that. After scoring 13 points for herself and the Queen Bees, they now break the century mark, 103 to arch rival St. Lunachix, 56. 7 minutes left in the first period. Anaconda for the Victorian Queen Bees up against Psycho Kid and Freakout. Psycho Kid and Freakout barely stepping out, having to reset behind number 192. That is Foxy LaRue.
Psycho is now stuck behind that Triforce of Doom.
Oh, but she takes the friendly side, trying to get around, and Queen Bee see her and say no.
Absolutely not. Miss, be on your way. Rock's Lobster headed to the box.
Anaconda going to the penalty box. She does not. Is that the helmet cover there in turn one?
I think it is. The star has been lost, and it sits lonely, awaiting its friend. She's sitting in the box. She cannot get it.
And it's interesting that she took the long way around. I wonder what happened that she couldn't go
probably
back
forgot,
around.
to be real.
But she could have gone around the other way.
Yeah,
I wonder
right,
if she
right.
couldn't grab the helmet cover then.
It's true.
But hey, what do I know? I'm sitting on the far side of the track from where the action happened. So.
You don't see me skating.
All right, Anaconda goes, picks up the helmet cover back on the track at the end of her penalty. She makes it on the outside, out for her initial pass for the Queen Bees.
Something I've noticed in any of the Lost Stars this week, and nobody has been terrible about guarding it. Because I don't know if you've ever seen somebody stand on the star.
You're right.
But it's like, get off that.
Stop it.
Stop.
Let go. Let go.
Bat blocker. I mean, it's good strategy, but it's also like, I would be so sad. Like, just give me my star, you guys.
10 points scored by the Lunachix in that previous jam. They're now up to 66. Queen Bee is still sitting on 103, just under 5 minutes in the first period. We have Bloody Gaga jamming against Anna Paviova.
Anna's going to get out first and get lead jammer status. Bloody's still trying to make her way through. She finds that 3 brace up front. Really effective for both teams this time is the 3-person brace.
And of course, as we all know, the Victorian League in general so well known for just how crazy good they are with that particular setup. Oh, nice move by Bloody Gaga, able to just kind of go through on one foot on the outside to make it out on her initial pass.
See, it's not a hand stretch.
It's like a choo-choo train. Keep going.
She's coordinated with her coach to do the leg. I like it. It looks so artistic and
track cut being called on Bloody Gaga. She makes her way to the penalty box. This is the first power jam given to Victorian Queen Bees.
See if arch rival can penalty kill best they can.
Well, they are
So
doing
far,
pretty
so
good right now.
Have you met Jin Forcer? Oh, geez.
Anna Pavio just getting slammed down to the ground. I want to say that was Fletcher who did that, but it was hard to tell because her front was to us, so couldn't read the number. Smart call off, though, and now we see the coaching staff for the Queen Bees out there.
Yeah, it's going to be an official review by Lunachix, though, as Queen Bees had lost theirs earlier. Oh, sorry.
The scoreboard lied to us.
Yeah, it's not a timeout.
So a minute will be taken by the Lunachix. So their official OR as a timeout is what's going. So that's what's happening.
Okay, I saw the official review blinking, then I saw it disappear, and then I saw the timeout happen, and I'm like, what are we doing?
Why?
Please. Which one is it? I thought I'd gotten it together. I've had to have a rock star. No. So tonight, Tara, I think you know, we have MVP bouts this evening. It'll be Team USA skaters from women's and men's against the overall MVPs picked by the teams from the tournament this weekend, who will be playing respectively either Team USA men's or Team USA women's.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like the whole idea of the teams picking the MVPs from each game, and everyone gets put into a ballot box, and whoever gets the most votes plays in tonight's exhibition game, and it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. Anna Condor back out on the track for Victoria. She is lead. Bloody Gaga out of the penalty box, back on the track. I swear I know how to speak.
It's where she belongs, on the track.
Anna Condor through for a scoring pass for the Queen Bees. Bloody Gaga doing a star stash through, gets out on her initial pass.
Rox Lobster taking a seat in the box, so it's going to put arch rival down 1, but they did pick up 1 point in this jam. Queen Bees 6 points in this jam, 127-68. Can I tell you how I met Rox Lobster?
Please do.
We were in college, and we'd both broken ourselves playing rugby. So we sat in the grass and watched our team practice while we were broken, and she was called Uncle at the time, so sometimes people call her Uncle Slobster. Now it's a combo, so this was in like 2009 that I met her, before I started Derby.
Oh, that's cool.
Things are better for both of us now, I have to say.
Ultraviolet getting out and getting lead for the Lunachix. She is up against Chop Chop, who is getting chopped up in the back by number 20. Or number 26, Fletcher?
I believe so.
Apparently I can't read this morning.
Don't pretend the time of day changes it.
That's true. Ultraviolet getting caught up in that front tripod that the Queen Bees have set up. She tries to find a way out on the inside. She gets bumped out, having to reset. Chop Chop still not out of the pack on her initial pass. We do have a star pass on the Queen Bee side. That is to Pie Curious.
I love that name.
Ultraviolet emphatically calling off that jam. Spy Curious was out on the initial pass for the Queen Bees. Smart call off by the Lunachix. Lunachix picking up 4 more points. They're up to 72 points total, 127 for the Queen Bees. Less than a minute left in this first period.
Yes, we have the whole second period, so I don't think this is insurmountable, especially they've got 10 minutes in between to reorganize both teams' strategies and see how they're going to take approach out there this time. We've got Abby.
And Psycho Kidded Freakout.
Oh, yeah. Abby's going to take a lead. Jammer status with the Queen Bees. Psycho, that pack is just
nasty.
Yeah.
Mean.
Needs to spread out a little if we're going to do this. Abby coming through. 5 more points for Victoria.
Psycho Kidded has one to beat, gets out on the initial pass. Pack speeding up as Abby comes up for another scoring pass. Nice 3-wall that the Lunachix have set up, but Abby able to just twirl off of him on that inside line to get through to pick up the points.
So we are going to go to half. Victorian Queen Bees 136, arch rival St. Lunachix at 72.
And we will see you back in a few minutes. Hello and welcome back to the second half of our first game of the last day of the Big O on track 3. You are watching the Victorian Queen Bees up against the St. Lunachix. Queen Bees continuing their winning streak for the weekend currently with 136 points against the Lunachix 72. Queen Bees played the Rocket Queens from Angel City this weekend, and they won 260 to 152. Axles of Annihilation, Rose City's B team, played against the St. Louis Lunachix and won 326 to 73. So already, Lunachix doing awesome stuff because they're almost at the points for the final game that they played before, and this is only the end of halftime. Right now on the jammer line, we have Anna Pavia over up against Psycho Kidded Freakout. And all the refs are finally getting into place.
I'm back in place. I found the sunshine outside.
There's sunshine?
It went away and then I came back in.
Sunshine, happiness, and rainbows?
Just the sun right now. It's early.
Both jammers trying to find their way out as the pack crosses the pivot line, and look at that. It is Anna Pavia over out and lead for the Queen Bees. Again, the Queen Bees in the blue with white accents. St. Lunachix white with the pink accents. Psycho Kidded out on the initial pass. Anna Pavia over getting the yell to call it off. No points scored by the Lunachix, and no points scored by the Queen Bees. So the score remains 136 to 72.
Would you call it a pointless jam?
It was an absolutely pointless jam. Oh, 4 points scored.
Okay, I was like the nihilist jam. No, a 4-point jam.
So not a pointless jam. Aggie Wartooth up against Anaconda. Anaconda out and lead for the Queen Bee. Now, Wartooth we saw in the first half really light up and put points on the board for St. Louis. But now she is doing the star pass.
Anaconda did a little leap over that apex, picking up 5 points for the Queen Bees, and she's going to plow through that pack. She's looking for potentially calling. We've got a new hand signal for...
It's a choo-choo train.
Chugga.
Keep going. Keep on trucking.
So it's 4 more points right now, a 9-point jam for Victoria. And now it is a power jam for the Queen Bees.
Shaquille O'Neal, who has the jammer star for the Lunachix, will be taking his seat in the penalty box. This is the second power jam that has been handed to the Queen Bees.
That's the hand signal I know is the Power Jam hand signal.
Yes.
The rest of them are a mystery, but I love it. Nope,
Well,
I know this one too. I know this one
call
too.
it off now, will you please?
I got that one, yeah. Nailed it. It's a 2 out of 10.
I request that you call it off now.
Please, miss. So that is a 19-point jam coming in the second half on Jam 2, 159 to 72. In favor of Victoria. Oh, sorry, there's 2 points that time. It looks at for St. Lunachix. Oh, no, wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's holding up. Okay, good. I was like,
see?
she was holding up the
Scoreboard
2,
says so.
and then it didn't happen, and I was so scared because I'd already words.
Power start for Anna Pavia over and the Queen Bees. Shaquille O'Neal back on the track. Facing that back cube of death. Both jammers out of the pack on their initial pass.
Shaquille O'Neal for arch rival doesn't quite make it to the back of the pack on her first scoring pass, so a 0-point jam for St. Louis.
Waiting for the points count for the Queen Bees. We see 4 points.
All right.
Jammers, I thought they were going to start 10 feet back off the jammer line, but no, not really. Anaconda her for the Queen Bees. Ultraviolet for the Lunachix. Anaconda thought she was able to get through on the inside, but no, it is Ultraviolet who is out and lead for the Lunachix.
Catching up on her. Anaconda, though. Let's see if you're going to be able to get... Ooh. Anna, I think, got past a couple, or couple 3. How's that? Couple plus 1. 3 points for Queen Bees. Nothing picked up that time by arch rival. Had a couple of the St. Louis blockers in the back hanging out being points.
Yeah, see, we see official calling to shots, making all the fun hand signals, saying, well, this was happening. They were over here.
Fox trapped herself in the middle and had to go into the I'm trapped in the middle box for a minute.
Power jam start for the Queen Bees. Ultraviolet sitting in the penalty box.
Abby getting lead jammer status for Victoria.
Queen Bees keeping the pack at a standstill. St. Louis stretching it out. Now they're already putting themselves ready to be out of play very soon, but now Victoria decides to catch up. Mm-hmm. Abby sliding through on the inside, having to reset behind. Ultraviolet has the helmet cover in her hand, doing the star stash as she bursts out of the penalty box and gets through on her initial pass.
Not going to have time to get to the pack, though. That is 4 more points for the Queen Bees, bringing them up to 170. 2 arch rivals, 74.
Again, and we saw this in the first half at the beginning where the Queen Bees just decided we're going to put all these points on the board in a very quick manner because we just have no time to mess around.
Points. If you got one track mind, fine. Chop out there for Queen Bees. Bloody Gaga for St. Lunachix.
Bloody Gaga getting caught in the back, getting recycled behind 192, Foxy LaRue. Oh, Foxy LaRue flattening out Bloody Gaga and again forcing her back. Chop out and lead for the Queen Bees. Oh, nice psych around her own teammate. Chop coming in for a scoring pass. Track cut. Oh no, forearm being called on Chop. Headed to the penalty box. This is the 5th power jam opportunity for the Lunachix. But Bloody Gaga also getting a penalty, so we have a little jammer switcheroo. Everyone's back on the track.
Huzzah! So we're going to have that full 2 minutes, of which we've got almost a full minute. blockers are blocking away.
Yeah, bodies are just flying.
Yeah. Renata recycling back as far as possible. Chop, chop. Up front, we've got a 2 brace holding back Bloody Gaga, and she is now through, having completed her initial.
The Victorian pivot on her way to the penalty box. That's 192. Foxy LaRue. Oh, Bloody Gaga. Almost. I'm surprised back block wasn't called, but Honey Collider getting called out on a forearm for that hit. She was able to flatten Gaga, but she goes to the penalty box as a result. Gaga pushing through on the inside line, trying to get by Dynamite.
5 more points for each team. 175 to 79. Just under 22 minutes left in the game.
That was a 0-8 count as both teams got
21 minutes, 35 seconds left in the game. Whoa, big hit put on Anna Paviova, jammer for the Queen Bees. But it is number 14, Psycho Kidded Freakout, who is lead for the Lunachix. Oh, wow, the pack. There is no pack, really.
No, it's not really happening so much. There are people on the floor that could be in a pack, but they're not.
Yeah, everyone seems to be in the penalty box.
Yeah.
So very easy for Psycho Kidded Freakout to come through, pick up her 4 points, and call it off before the Queen Bees get a chance to score anything.
And a Condor out there for the Queen Bees, and Aggie Wartooth for St. Lunachix.
Two blockers for each team, making it a little bit easier for Anna Condor to get through and pick up lead for the Queen Bees.
Knox is back in play for St. Lunachix, as is Aggie, having been recycled back.
Anna Condor trying to go for the apex jump on the straightaway, so I guess a straightaway jump, and couldn't land it, gets recycled back. Anna Condor finding herself out of play, and again, just waiting for that timing, just drawing it out as much as possible before the call-off. Just Victoria's ahead, might as well just run that clock so that they can keep their points and tire out the other team and win some games.
Right.
We've seen them take really good advantage of these starting jam.
However, she picked up a penalty, so this is a power start in favor of the Lunachix. This is the 6th power jam for the Lunachix.
Psycho Kidded Freakout out there for the Lunachix. Mowing her way through, is going to take a little bit of tumble as she comes up against that 3 brace up front.
High Curious being the brace on that tripod.
All right, lead jammer status awarded to St. Louis. She's coming around the track. The opposing jammer is standing in the box, and she has now hidden the star in her hand. That 3-wall.
Wow, that 3-wall though.
It's just, yeah. Dim braces, though.
Nice assisting from Jen Forcer, though, for Psycho Kidded.
Lordy, that is 3 more points for St. Lunachix. Nothing that time for Queen Bees. 178 to 86.
Yeah, Anna Condor had taken off the helmet cover, trying to sneak her way through the pack.
I've seen that in, I mostly did Murda games this weekend, but the WFTDA games, I've noticed almost every time the jammer goes to the box, they're going to take off the star.
Is that the hip thing to do this year?
At least on the games I've been on. So
an early season favorite, as it were.
Perhaps. Let's see if it's still in fashion by fall.
Yes, Abby out and lead jammer for the Queen Bees. She is up against Ultraviolet, who is working on her initial pass. Ultraviolet using every move known to humankind to try and just matrix her way through the tripods that the Queen Bees keep setting up with great success.
We got Ultraviolet now has Star in hand herself. She may have intention to pass to her pivot, who she is approaching and is now swarmed by those dang old bees. She puts the Star back on. Looks like she was just considering.
It was a thought.
It was a thought, you know.
Abby coming around on the outside, being met by Nox, but she still picks up 2 more points on that pass. So that was a 6-point jam altogether for the Queen Bees. They're now up to 184. Arch rival St. Lunachix sitting on 86. 17 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game.
Very nice. I don't know if I ever sent you a video of the Nox Talks videos. I'll send you some sometime. It's actually Nox from Arch Rival, who was with my original league in Columbia, Missouri, and has since moved to St. Louis, but she's got an awesome YouTube channel where she's very insightful about many things in Derby, and also adorable and has great hair.
Anna Paviova out and lead for the Queen Bees. Oh, getting down low. All of the pack on the outside. She's able to thread the needle through for a scoring pass.
Aggie Wartooth is still trying to make her way through the pack. The Queen Bees water falling into her way. There we go. She's narrowly through, but it looks like she's being called for a track cut, so not narrowly through. Power jam now to Victoria. What is that, 7?
That is the 5th power jam
Oh,
opportunity
my bad.
handed to the Queen Bees.
I was pretty off on that one. I felt pretty confident for a second. My bad.
Hey, counting is like, oh, Hakuna Renata just. Yeah, she's going to go to the penalty box for that one because she
rolled over her head.
hit her and then rolled over her.
I don't
Talk
want
about
to
hit
say
and
that's
run.
not intentional, because if you fell in such a manner and then rolled over someone like that on purpose, 1, that's some weird skill to have, but 2, no good. Looks like there's another injury on the track, though, not just the jammer.
Yes.
So that is an arch rival lady. McGillig Gorilla bench coach attending. I think that may actually be Knox.
I was thinking the same thing. And I didn't see what happened with her. We just saw what happened.
I saw the Renata rollover, and I thought that's what we were in pause for. All right, yeah, it is Knox. She is up. Woo! Maybe just got the wind knocked out of her. Let's hope so.
Well, it's awesome that she's going back to the team bench. She doesn't need to visit the medics, so that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And same with Anna Paviova. She was holding her jaw after that rollover hit, and
looked unpleasant.
Oh,
Sport
man.
court, not forgiving.
No. No, but she's also back on her team bench, and always like that.
So we're going to have a few second power start for Queen Bees. Anaconda out on the line. And we've got 2 arch rival blockers in the box. So it's going to be a 3-2 advantage to Victoria.
Anaconda easily able to get around those 2 blockers. She is lead for the Queen Bees. Aggie Wartooth back on the track facing that rear tripod. Really nice assisting by Rock's Lobster for Aggie Wartooth. Gets her out on the initial pass. Anaconda, though, on a scoring run, picks up 4 points, calls it off. Oh, that was a 9-point jam for the Queen Bees. They're now at 208 to arch rival St. Lunachix 86. Just over 15 minutes left on the game clock.
Zago Get a Freak Out is going to face off against Abby. An empty penalty box.
What?
What?
It's interesting watching the mix of how everybody lines up on the start. Abby finding daylight on the outside, but not completely. She gets shut out. And now St. Louis has set up a tripod in the back. And And we have Psycho Kid and Freak Out as the lead jammer for the Lunachix. She's on a scoring pass. She has 2 to beat. She gets around Dynamite in the front. That is 4 points for the Lunachix. Nice work by Abby. A scoring pass for the Queen Bees as well. Lunachix, I think they're just going to try and run this jam and get as many points as possible right now. Another scoring pass by Abby. Psycho Kid and Freak Out going out on the outside apex between turns 1 and 2. She calls it off from the ground. That was an 8-point jam for both teams. 94 for the Lunachix, 216 for the Queen Bees. 13 minutes, 35 seconds on the game clock. And you just have nothing to say, Sleazer.
For the first time in my life. Don't get used to that, though.
Don't get comfortable.
Have you ever told you about the cat I had when I was a child?
And obviously that's going to be highly relevant to this game.
Most things I say are. There is an official timeout, which is now coming to conclusion. Ultraviolet is going to be on the line for St. Lunachix, and Anaconda for... Oh, sorry. Which
that would be
Anna Paviova. Dang it. I went with the wrong
those
Anna.
Anna names, those Anna Jammer names. I think they do that on purpose.
Let's sigh.
Ultraviolet getting recycled to the back. Oh, she goes to the penalty box.
I did not see what it was called. It was too short a distance to see the call echo, but lead jammer status has been awarded to the Queen Bees.
Each team has had 6 jammer penalties in the game so far. Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
That was a huge hit. I think that was Fletcher.
Oof. It took her a second to get up, and I was like, is she getting up?
Yeah, that was a phenomenal hit.
For serious. 5 more points on the board for the Queen Bees. Ultraviolet is coming back into play. She has the star in hand.
Anna Paviova through for a scoring pass. She comes in, able to turn on the gas, gets through for another 4 points. We see a star pass going on the Lunachix side. Hakuna Renata given the star. I really enjoy seeing her as the jammer.
No, she's great. Look at her redoing the call-off. The last second call-off. Oh, but they picked up 2 points.
Yeah, Renata got low and sneaky as she was coming around turn 4 on that outside edge, and she just was not seen. She was invisible. Invisible jammer.
Suddenly an invisible mold. Wow.
229 points for the Queen Bees, 96 for the Lunachix. We have a timeout.
It's an official timeout.
I think it's an official timeout with just under 12 minutes left in the game.
This official timeout and the Big O brought to you in part by Rydell, who has the all-new Solaris. Solaris is the performance you demand, the comfort you've been missing. So check them out at rydellskates.com, or hopefully if you have a local skate shop,
check it out in person and stuff.
Use your eyes and your hands and that. We are also sponsored by Radar Halo. Pick up a set of Halos today and see what you've been missing. I think we are coming to conclusion. Maybe not.
We thought we were going to get some information.
Yeah.
Not yet.
ATG calling back genetic disorder.
So we had an illegal star pass in that previous jam, and so this is going to be a power start in favor of the Victorian Queen Bees.
Yeah, it should be Ultraviolet sitting in the box again. She had come out with star in hand. I didn't see the pass to Renata. I just saw Renata had the star. Hooray!
Yeah, again, across the track from us, and with so many bodies in the way, it's the line of sight is a little.
They need to
difficult
work
at
on
times.
putting us on a crane and moving us with the action.
Ooh, that'd be kind of fun.
That would be we would get so sick. But I think that also would take back the 2 points, yeah? Are the
Yes, we just got
points-
confirmation about that illegal star pass and the penalty that is being assessed to Ultraviolet.
Presumably, the points can't have been scored then. Oh, wait. Well, I suppose if Ultraviolet got them before she handed off the star, but I thought those 2 points were from Renata coming in.
Yeah.
I'll stare at the scoreboard.
Okay.
Okay.
You stare at the scoreboard.
All
I'll
right.
stare at the track because we have number 35, Anaconda, in the power start. St. Louis lining up all of their blockers on that line, trying to make it as difficult as possible. Anaconda now trying to find daylight. Lunachix packing it up. Coming together. However, Anaconda still gets out and gets lead coming out of turn 1. Anaconda already around. That is her first scoring pass in this jam. 5 points for the Queen Bees. Ultraviolet standing in the penalty box, helmet cover in hand. She tries to come around the inside. She moves to the inside, and Queen Bee defenders moving with her. And she's going back to the box.
Back to the box. That was a high block that time. Just as her pivot returns to the track. So a power jam still for the Queen Bees. Just a momentarily not a power jam for them in this jam. 5 more points. So currently a 15-point jam for Victoria.
Anaconda going down very hard. A little slow to get up. Trying to find the friendly side. Honey Collider. We hear whistles.
Rocks Lobster and Knox up front trying to hold back Victoria's jammer. Have to let her go eventually. 5 more points on the board. Ultraviolet is back in play again. Star still in hand.
I love that Anaconda just went below the brace.
Right.
It's like, it's like London Bridges. I'm just going to keep going.
You gotta find a hole somewhere.
Ultraviolet through for the initial pass. Anaconda sees her, calls it off. 22-point jam by Anaconda for the Queen Bees. They're now at 251. Lunachix still sitting at 96. 9 minutes, 49 seconds left on the game clock. Well.
Well. We are going to have an official review called by St. Lunachix. Is waiting for pointing hands.
I bet they're going to contest that high block.
I feel yes.
I'm not going to say that I can make a living as a psychic, but I'm just saying in this case, I bet it's for that.
I could, though. Laughing Planet Cafe is one of our many sponsors here. They are locally sourced from around the Eugene and Lane County area. Salads, burritos, and more. 2 Eugene locations at 760 Blair Boulevard and 2864 Willamette Boulevard.
You know what? I want a burrito.
I would
That
like.
sounds so good right now.
Yes, it does. Perhaps this is what we should do. It's not positive what they are contesting at this point.
Yes. Oh, maybe. Well, good thing I do not make a living as a psychic because they are contesting the high call on Shaquille O'Neal because she got a penalty and it's her 7th penalty, so they're contesting it so they can keep her in the game.
Yeah.
Well,
I gotcha.
so while we wait for that, let's see what we can talk about. Big O would like to thank all the photographers for contributing their time and talent to shoot all weekend long. Special shout out to Steve Sharky Mancini, who has organized the entire crew.
Definitely.
Takes a village to put on such a huge event. Thanks to the support staff, volunteers, announcers, and everyone that has helped out all weekend long. And the live stream broadcast, thanks you guys at Tieback Production Services for filming and dealing with our silly announcer selves and coming in and out between games and stuff. Thank you so much for all of your work.
So the call being contested was the blocking counter to play, and it is going to stand. So
Shaquille O'Neal has fouled out.
It's true story. We will think of her fondly for these remaining 9.5 minutes. The Queen Bees do have lead jammer Abby out there. Psycho Kid Freak Out, hot on her heels though. She enters this pack.
Abby picks up 1 point. 1 whole point for the Queen Bees. Oh no, 2. The jammer ref had to clarify.
Mm-hmm.
So two more points. 253 for the Queen Bees, 96. Lunachix has been held scoreless for quite a few jams.
For quite some time.
Yeah, and of course the announcer curse, because I said coming back to
maybe
from halftime.
This time it will reverse, and suddenly they will get 257 points, and we'll have an overtime jam or something like that. Actually, I don't think I mathed that right, because I've tried mathing for 3 days and it only worked for 2.
Anna Paviova out and lead jammer for the Queen Bees. Aggie Wartooth jamming for the Lunachix. She makes it out on her initial pass, but Paviova is already on a scoring pass. And now we have Hakuna Renata going to the penalty box, and she was the one that was drawing back Anna Paviova. So Paviova was able to get through, pick up her points, and call it off.
Even though our rival had gotten far sunk into that pack, no hips passed to get points. So I was like, did she get 1? Nope. Because they were braced way up front and moving away. I shan't be points, they yelled. I assume.
That'd be kind of awesome if they did yell that.
Yeah. I feel like I should overdub roller derby games, and
that would be amazing. Ultraviolet versus Anaconda. Anaconda getting pushed to the outside. Ultraviolet facing a tripod right in the middle there. Oh, tries to twirl around, does not given the room. She takes off the helmet cover as she resets.
Ooh. Wow, how is she? Man.
Dang.
I guess if you bend just right, you can bend with the booty blocks and stay in bounds. That was amazing. 5 more points on the board for Queen Bees, brought to you by Anaconda.
Anaconda getting the signal just to keep on rolling. She does.
Woo!
Oh, nice apex jump. She does not land it, though. She had a skate out of bounds. She has to reset behind Hakuna Renata.
Ultraviolet coming in on her first scoring pass. She's not going to be able to score anything in time.
3 more points on that last pass scored by Anaconda on a counter for the Queen Bees. 8-point jam total. Again, Lunachix being held scoreless, still at 96, 265 for the Queen Bees. 6 minutes, 40 seconds left on the game clock. Psycho Kid Freak Out up against Abby. Abby just diving right down the middle of the pack. Psycho Kid Freak Out getting forced out.
Abby takes lead jammer status for Victoria, zinging along, still trying to get out of the pack as Psycho, and now she is through on her initial. See if Abby is going to get distracted playing with her food.
And she was. She got, well,
not distracted enough to pick up any points for our rival, but certainly the call-off was a bit later than I'm sure she intended. But let's also consider that maybe it was a perfectly timed call-off to kind of mess with my head.
That could be.
She's probably not thinking about me at all.
Rude.
So as we get under 6 minutes, 268 to 96, 5.5 minutes left in the game. Chop. Chop out there against Aggie Wartooth.
Aggie Wartooth almost through on the inside, but she gets stopped by part of the brace by Beth Adder. And now Pie Curious going to work.
Is a power jam for Arch Rival, a misconduct being called on Chop Chop. And a lead jammer awarded to St. Lunachix.
That's the 7th jammer penalty that the Queen Bees have had in this game. Victoria really trying to pick up the pace.
Oh, there's no pack. And the pack is back here.
Aggie Wartooth through
All
for
right.
a scoring pass. That's 5 points for the Lunachix.
I was trying to see who the penalty got called on. I was like, is it Aggie? No.
No, it's one of the Victorian blockers. Chop Chop has the cover in her hand. Star stashing away, trying to find her way through that braced wall. She does manage to get through. That is her initial pass.
Pushes her way through, really. Chop Chop coming in on her first scoring pass. Let's see if Aggie's going to let it stand. No, she's good with it.
Yeah, interesting. Wartooth letting it run.
Well, I'm not sure if she still had Star in hand when she came in. Maybe she didn't notice it. Maybe she's just fine. Fine with it. 4
Fine.
points to the Queen Bees on this pass.
Aggie Wartooth coming to a standstill, coming into turn 3 by that braced tripod in front being held down by Pie Curious. Oh, helmet cover almost coming off of Chop Chop's helmet. And now she has to juke around. Hakuna Renata. And I think that was Pegasus. Or Fletcher. Sorry, that was Fletcher.
Hey, Tara. That was a 12-point jam for St. Lunachix.
Oh my goodness, they have broken the century mark.
Woo! So a 7-point jam for Victorian Queen Bees, who approach very quickly the tricentennial mark. 275 to 108, 3:11 frozen on the clock as we take a
We're taking a break.
official timeout.
Chop Chop heading over to the medics area.
Must have been some concern. I thought I saw something odd right at the end of the jam, but there's 2 bodies in front of it, and I see like a foot up in the air, and I'm like, what? Okay.
Yeah, it was almost like she kind of did a partial cartwheel somersault down, and maybe that's when
She might have fallen a bit hard.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea to get checked out. We do have medical professionals, and that's what they do.
Track is being cleared right now for the timeout. Clock frozen at just over 3 minutes. Stay tuned to this track because the next game is going to be Helsinki versus 2x4.
Oh, yes.
That's going to be so much fun. So Helsinki, what, Finland?
is Sweden. Oh, so
Sweden.
sorry. No, you're right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
We
I'm sorry.
are such products of the U.S. educational
I
system.
did Crime City last night, and I'm like, Malmo. I'm like, oh no, Helsinki is Helsinki. Crime City is...
Oh my goodness.
I don't work here. How's that?
Finland and 2x4 from Argentina. So that is going to be a fun international
know that
game.
one. Buenos Aires.
And 2x4, I don't know if anyone watching was able to catch their game against Windy City yesterday.
I was on that game.
They led most of the
Yeah.
game, and then Windy City won by, what, 5 points? 3 points?
It was like right at the end of the first half, Windy City, like they had been held back, and like the last couple of jams of the first half, they picked it up, and then in the second half, it was like really tight, and there at the end, it was just like so everyone had goosebumps. Just, oh my gosh, are we going into overtime? When the jammers went to the box, how many points did she have when she went to the box? Okay, she's coming out. It was just insane. And so it was amazing. So probably it might have been the tightest game I saw this week. And I did have the Crime City game last night against Rat City, which was also really, really, really tight. But when you consider that Helsinki and Windy, it's like number 14 versus I think number 36 or something like that, being so close, and then number 12 and number 14 being so close. It's kind of odd when you see the matchups be that close when you look at the differential in rankings. Sorry, that was like the long way to go, like, rankings. Am I right?
Well, and it also shows that the rankings are really solidifying for the
Right.
WFTDA.
Right.
Where it used to be like you had the top 3 teams and then this drop off.
Yes.
To, like 3 to 8 and
Right.
then another huge drop off. Whereas now it's just getting tighter and tighter and tighter.
Definitely. And
Which makes it more fun for us.
oh my gosh, does it ever.
And speaking of fun, we're back in the game. Anna Paviova jamming for the Queen Bee. She makes it out and gets lead. And I'm trying to see who the...
I believe that's Psycho. Yeah.
It does, yes.
Psycho. Not a judgment call.
Oh, track
Ooh.
cut.
Look at that toe stop work. And
Oof.
Paviova
9th jammer penalty committed by the Lunachix as Psycho Kidded takes a seat in the penalty box. Nice work by Anna Paviova. She gets through for a scoring pass. St. Louis trying to set up a front wall. They got 3 skaters together, but nice distraction by Dynamite. Anna Paviova through for another scoring pass. Now the Queen Bees setting up all of their skaters in the back as Psycho Kidded is standing in the penalty box. She's now back on the track.
Psycho really hungry to get through that pack. It's either very spread out or very, very tight and confusing. Those are your only 2 choices in this game. So 5 more points on the board for the Queen Bees. Now Psycho in the spread out pack. She's got the 3 brace up front. She's just got to take him for the out of play warning. Here it is. And she has thrown her initial.
20 points scored so far just in this jam by Anna Paviova.
Whoa. That jam wore me out. How's
Yes.
that? 23 points picked up by Queen Bees. Nothing picked up that time, but not for lack of effort on the part of St. Lunachix. We are at 120. So we've got perhaps 2 jams, perhaps 1 jam left. Regardless, we have Abby out on the line for the Queen Bees. And number 26,
Fletcher.
it's Fletcher's, I think, first time taking the line in this game. Yeah. I don't think she's even received a star pass. So let's see what damage she can do.
Oh, and in the meantime, Chop Chop has rolled back to the team bench. She has an ice pack with her, so
Okay.
she's doing fine. It looks
Cool.
like. And Abby out and lead for the Queen Bees. Oh, Lunachix trying to close the door on that wide open middle lane there, unable to stop Abby, but they do catch her again. Star stash by Fletcher. She gets out on her initial pass.
In the meantime, the first scoring pass for Abby is 4 points, bringing him up over 302.
Here, whistles being blown.
Knox being sent off to the box, so Arch Rival's going to go down 1 blocker.
I think that was for a forearm.
Believe so.
Yeah.
Slopster really trying to keep back Abby.
Fletcher getting recycled to the back by Beth Adder.
You're on the ground. I gotta hop over you.
And Victoria beat her.
Without even.
Another
Three.
scoring run.
That is that,
By
because the
Abby.
period clock has expired. 5 more points
Victorian roller derby.
for the Queen Bees. 3 points for St. Louis, St. Lunachix. So 307 to 111. That is your unofficial score in favor of Victoria.
That was a crazy game. So
Wow.
It just goes to show that both both A and B teams that Victoria, the women's teams that Victoria's brought out, they definitely have something to prove where they just want to win all of the games.
What?
Everything.
Is priorities, you know? Totally fine with that. This was an excellent game. They are getting the victory arch ready for the ladies to come under. And the score is now finalized at 307 to 111.
Awesome sauce. So while they're doing their victory lap, want to remind everyone that the next game on this track is Helsinki versus 2x4. Two teams that are really, 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 really fun to watch. I hope you stick around and see what they can do against each other. I am Tara Armoff.
I'm Julia Sleazer.
And we are done for this game. Bye-bye.
Bye.